I first became familiar with the work of Oliver Patrice Weder when he was the head composer of Spitfire Audio. I actually purchased one of his sample libraries, the Pool Project. Very, very interesting stuff. Very, very different. Since leaving Spitfire, he's popped up in a few different places. You might have seen him doing walkthroughs for audio developers, Emergence Audio, or Westwood Instruments. Now he's back for his very own venture, Smokestack Sounds. If you follow them on Instagram, you'll obtain early access to their first sample library, Cloud Guitar, which is absolutely free. Sounds cool, does some neat things, and it's really different. Let's dive in and check it out. Fun stuff. As you can see, really entirely different interface. We got clouds. Why do we have clouds? Because it's Cloud Guitar. That's why. We got these little things that you can kind of move around. So we have some tape saturation. We got presence. We have some delay. We got clouds, which I'll show you in a minute. And we got some attack. Now, some of these little clouds move and some of them don't. Let's start with presence. I'll play something as I bring it forward. You'll see what it does. We have some delay. You can toggle this tiny little cloud. You get a whole bunch of different ones. The one that I had the most fun with was this one. And then you can extend this cloud all the way out. How fun is that? Let's see how this sounds. Already lots of different ways to change the sound. Then we got the clouds. I think it initiates like an extra sound effects chain, some kind of layered system in the background. I'll start with all the way over to the left and I'll move to the right. So now you can create this kind of really cool pad sound. We got some tape saturation. one really cool thing that you could do is you actually bring the attack all the way down, and then you only have those pad kind of sounds. The coolest feature though is assigned to the mod wheel. So let's see what happens when I do that. In the blue are all from the Cloud Guitar. In the purple, we got some Logic sub bass, and then 2 tracks from their R&B kit. The bulk of the composition is all from the Cloud Guitar. First things first, pad sound by bringing that attack all the way down. So that starts the composition off. Let's listen to a little bit of that. Just sneaks in there. I love pads for starting a composition or ending a composition, or really using them anywhere. The second sound is actually just exactly the same. I just alternated it because I wanted to come in a little bit later. For this next track, as you can see, I entitled it Soft Organ because it almost sounds like kind of an organ sound. I just rolled the mod wheel all the way up, and then you have kind of like a usable sort of strange and different organ. Let's check that out. Almost all the effects were done within the actual plugin, but I added a couple things. But don't worry, you don't have to spend any money to do it. This one, I rolled the presence all the way back, a little bit of delay, clouds all the way up. So then you get this sound. Almost had like kind of taiko vibes in here. We got Cloud Guitar, heavy delay, but then close. So what I did with that one is just brought the presence right up. So it would just cut through the mix and stick out a little bit more, and then a soft pan to the right. So as you can see, it's going to be much more present in the mix. Otherwise, everything is going to start to sound like just an absolute wash. You won't be able to hear anything. I have that same sound and then soft pan to the left, so I can play those two together. Just a repeated pattern. I always love running some kind of rhythm underneath the tracks. Okay, this one I messed around a little bit. So what I did was run through the Fat Effects, which is free if you have Logic. I ran through the Kick Destroyer. All right, so I'll turn off the Fat Effects first, and then I'll add it so you can hear the difference. Absolutely freaking love that sound. Free stuff if you have Logic. If not, you have some kind of DAW that you can certainly add some effects to it. Bass, played that down low. Presence is up a little bit. Clouds is down. Attack is all the way up. Delay is down. That's a guitar line that would basically put the bass player to sleep, but be that as it may, without that, it sounds empty. And then we have Cloud Guitar Far. Again, it was a far away sound. So you see the presence is pushed all the way back. Added pedal to it. Literally just one pedal from Logic's thing. Tried a few different ones. Tried some wah, but this one I thought sounded the best. This is a grit pedal. Let's listen to it with and without. That sounds pretty badass. I think that sounds pretty badass, considering I only add one thing to it. And then we just have a Logic sine wave, just get a little bit of sub bass in there. We got a little bit of a lo-fi kit going on. I can play these two tracks together. Thought that sounded kind of funky, and again, added a little bit of effects to that. We got a little bit of tape delay, a little bit of compression, a little bit of fat effects on there. The only paid plugins I have on here are Curves EQ from Waves. It'd be interesting to see what other plugins they're working on, and I feel like they're going to be really different because what he's done so far with his sample libraries has been really, really different. They look and sound different, which if you've been watching this channel, you know that's what I love. Please do like and subscribe, get on my mailing list if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.